Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Most of my videos are talking positively about this truck, but today I was like, you know what? I want to talk about the 5 things that I hate about this truck. Now, hate might be a strong word, maybe dislike, maybe that's annoying, but we'll kind of go into the 5 things that I don't really like too much about the 2024 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road Hybrid. Coming in at first place is the price. This truck, I was originally quoted about $60,000 out the door. Now this is not the premium. This has the cloth seats. $60,000 for a truck? That's just, it's just wild. When you compare, like, what the Raptor is $5,000 more, so you get a Ford Ranger Raptor for $5,000 more than this. I don't know. It's just, the price is, a lot of people are talking about it, and for good reason. $60,000 for a mid-sized truck is just beyond outrageous. Is the value there? I don't know. We'll see resale value, how it holds up in a couple years. But yeah, the first thing that I hate about this truck is how expensive it was. Now I didn't pay $60,000. I was able to negotiate a little bit, but still, compared to the 2023 model. Now I know this has a lot more features and it's on a new drive system and everything, but to me, I'm just like, $60,000 for a truck is just crazy. For a mid-sized truck, we're not talking like a full-size like Tundra or an F-150 or anything like that. This is just a mid-sized truck. So that's the first thing, price. So moving on to number 2. So this is not something that's impacting every single Tacoma. This is just for me. So there's a rattle sound coming from inside of here somewhere, or it may possibly be the back door somewhere. I'm not 100% sure. I've taken it to the dealer. I've done videos on this, talking about the rattle sound. It's coming from somewhere. Dealership, it's not super obvious sometimes, but it just, the rattle sound, it's just, and it's not like a super quiet ride. Like you may be driving and you can hear like some rattles and stuff. Like another rattle sound is this. If you're listening to your music, now this does have the upgraded sound system, but this rattles. This literally rattles, and if you put your hand there, it'll stop rattling. So you'll be able to listen to your music without rattling. So I would say the second thing I hate about this truck is, for this truck, the build quality isn't as what I would expect for an almost $60,000 truck. Like when I listen to music, I don't want to have to hold my hand here to keep this from making rattly sounds. I don't want to hear rattly sounds coming from inside my door. There's just a lot of small, kind of annoying little things about the build quality. So that would be number 2. The rattle sound in my door, I would say, is number 2. And just kind of overall some small build quality issues. Now, this, like I said, it doesn't impact every single truck. There's plenty of Tacoma people out there that have not one squeak or anything like that, but there has been a couple. So some build quality issues is the number 2 thing that I don't like. So coming in at number 3, the third thing that I hate about this truck is that so this is the hybrid one. It's only rated at 24 miles to the gallon max, which is on the city. Hybrids rank better in the city than the highway. So it's that this Tacoma was not engineered for better gas mileage. The hybrid battery really helps power the truck to give it more horsepower, to be able to get up mountains, to be able to go faster 0 to 60 time. So that's something that I hate. I was really hoping when I heard they were coming out with a hybrid Tacoma that it was going to be something that just blew the competition out of the water. Like, I would have loved for this to get like 30 miles to the gallon. And for my needs on this truck, I don't need something that can tow a ton like the Tacomas. If you need a full-size truck, get a F-150 or one of the big size trucks. But if you're going with mid-size, like, that's where gas mileage really matters. Obviously, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a truck. You don't buy a truck for gas mileage. But I think I would have loved had they engineered this Tacoma to get better gas mileage in exchange for a little less horsepower. That's a trade-off I would totally be willing to pay. But I would say right now I average maybe like 21.5 miles to the gallon, which, you know, isn't terrible, but I do go to the mountains a lot, so it is kind of nice having that extra power to get up to the mountains. But I would have loved had this actually be engineered to get somewhere like 30 miles to the gallon. I feel like that would have been the right move. But that's just me. So number 4, what do I hate the most? Well, not the most, but the 4th thing that I hate about this truck. It's the back seat space. Now, I do have a whole video showing can tall people fit in the new Tacoma. It's the video that I have that's the most popular video on my channel. So if you want more details as to tall people, so I'm 6'4". The Tacoma, obviously, it's a mid-sized truck. You're not expecting to have a ton of space, but I'll just kind of show you what it looks like for me to be in the back seat. So I'm actually, let me just kind of show you, like, this would be me sitting behind myself. Like, this is it. This is what we got. Obviously, I'm 6'4", I'm taller than your average person, but still, like, I can't even fit my knees behind this seat. The back seat space sucks. It is absolutely terrible. But I did not buy this Tacoma for the space in the back seat. So at the end of the day, I'm only hauling small children in the back of this Tacoma, so it does what it's supposed to do. It's fine. But man, it is a tight, and I mean tight squeeze back there. So for the 5th thing that I hate about this truck, which this one's really not a big deal. This one's probably the least big of deal as the rest. But like, let's say you need to jumpstart your truck. Well, as you see, because this is a hybrid, it does not have the actual battery that runs the car, not the giant battery pack, but just the regular battery, anywhere in the engine bay. So that means if you go to a place like AutoZone, Advanced Auto Parts, they're not going to replace the battery for free for you. It's actually tucked under the back seat. Both batteries, both the hybrid battery as well as the regular, like, battery that starts your car. But another thing that's kind of crazy, which I'll have a video out on how to jumpstart a Tacoma, is to jumpstart it, because, you know, the battery's not in here. You actually go in the fuse box, and there's a post there that you connect to, and then you connect to a ground bolt anywhere that you can find. So it's kind of tricky, especially for someone that's not familiar with cars. But yeah, so the actual battery is under here. So this is the hybrid battery, covers that whole thing. But underneath that seat is both the hybrid battery and just the regular battery as well. So that's, you know, that's the 5th thing. You know, that one, you know, isn't the worst, but just kind of I would say a minor inconvenience. If they were able to fit the batteries somewhere, like, See, there's a little bit of an open spot, like right here, like maybe somewhere right there, or somewhere over here. It would make it more convenient for people, you know, that need to change the battery out and stuff. But that would be the last and the fifth thing that I hate about this truck. So there you have it. Those are the 5 things that I hate about this truck. Now, out of all those things, I would say the biggest issue that I've had is the price. That I would say that's the first thing I listed, and that's also something that I think is I just think that it's kind of crazy. But there you have it. Those are the 5 things that I hate. Overall, I still really like this truck. I don't regret buying it. It just has, you know, with any vehicle, you can find certain things that are annoying, that you don't like, stuff that you would do different. But overall, it's a good truck. It gets me where I need to be. I like the way that it looks. It's comfortable, unless you're in the back seat. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.